Hello, myself Shvangi Lhumi. I'm a legal intern at Lexis and Company. I'm from Yashwant Rao Chavan Law College, Pune, Maharashtra. Today, my topic is wrongful confinement. Definition. According to Section 340 of IPC, whoever wrongfully restrains any person in such a manner as to prevent that person from proceeding beyond certain circumscribing limits as is said to have committed the offence of wrongful confinement. Illustration. Radhika causes Anamika to go within a walled space and locks Anamika in. Anamika is thus prevented from proceeding in any direction beyond the circumscribing line of the walls, and so Radhika has wrongfully confined Anamika. Gabbar places men with firearms at the outlets of a building and tells Veeru that they will fire at him. If he attempts to leave the building here, Gabbar has wrongfully confined Veeru. Ingredients. The essential ingredients of the offence of wrongful confinement are: the accused should have wrongfully restrained the complainant, that is, all ingredients of wrongful restraint must be present. Such wrongful restraint was to prevent the complainant from proceeding beyond certain circumscribing limits beyond which he or she has the right to proceed. Punishment. Section 342 of IPC states that whoever wrongfully confines any person shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 1 year, or with a fine which may extend to 1000 rupees, or with both. The classification of this offence is that it is cognizable, bailable, and triable by any magistrate. Further, it is compoundable by the person confined with the permission of the court. Cases. In the case of State of Gujarat versus Keshav Lal Maganbhai Gyojan, it was discussed by the court that for a charge of wrongful confinement, proof of actual physical restriction is not essential. It is sufficient if the evidence shows that such an impression was produced in the mind of victim, a reasonable apprehension in his mind that he was not free to depart. If the impression creates that the complainant would be forthwith seized or restrained if he attempts to escape, a reasonable apprehension of the use of the force rather than its actual use is sufficient and important. State versus Balkrishnan. The complainant was detained in the police station when this was brought to court. Accused claimed that complainant was at liberty to go away from the police station at any time. The court remarked that when a citizen enters into a police station, the police officer's authority prevails in that jurisdiction and they entertain it with a ruddy manner. Court held that the accused committed the offence of wrongful confinement. Types of wrongful confinement. First, wrongful confinement for 3 or more days. Section 343. Whoever wrongfully confines any person for 3 days or more shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 2 years, or with fine, or with both. The classification of this offence is that it is cognizable, bailable, and triable by any magistrate. Further, it is also compoundable by the person confined with the permission of the court. Second, wrongful confinement for 10 or more days. Section 344. Whoever wrongfully confines any person for 10 days or more shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 3 years and shall also be liable to fine. The classification of this offence is that it is cognizable, bailable, and triable by any magistrate. Further, it is also compoundable by the person confined with the permission of the court. Wrongful confinement of person for whose liberation writ has been issued. Section 345. Whoever keeps any person in wrongful confinement, knowing that a writ for a liberation of that person has been duly issued, shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 2 years, in addition to any term of imprisonment to which he may be liable under any other section of this chapter. Classification of this offence is that it is cognizable, bailable, and triable by magistrate of first class. Fourth, wrongful confinement in secret. Section 346. Whoever wrongfully confines any person in such manner as to indicate any intention that the confinement of such person may not be known to any person interested in the person so confined, or to any public servant, or that place of such confinement may not be known or to discover by any such person or public servant as hereinbefore mentioned, shall be punished with imprisonment of either discretion for a term which may extend to 2 years, in addition to any other punishment to which he may be liable for such wrongful confinement. Next, wrongful confinement to extort confession or compel restoration of property. Section 348. Whoever wrongfully confines any person for purpose of extorting from the person confined or any person interested in the person confined any confession or any information which may lead to detection of an offense or misconduct, or for purpose of constraining the person confined or to restore or cause restoration of any property or valuable security, lead to restoration of any property or valuable security, shall be punished with imprisonment of either description, which may extend to 3 years, and shall also be liable to fine. This video doesn't solicit any types of promotion or advertisements as per the guidelines of Bar Council of India, and the sole purpose of this video is for educational purposes only. Please like, share and comment on my video, and do subscribe this channel. Thank you so much.